So I've got Q1, New York City,
Yep.
20 key skaters, and then a month later, 3 months later to Los Angeles. Maybe we keep it 6 months in New York City. The first 3 months are just with key skaters, and then we open it up and just see how that works. Then like Q3 is about a second test market.
I'm so bad at this timing stuff. Yeah.
And then that maybe we keep it like that. So it's like 6 months New York, then 6 months Los Angeles and New York to see how they differ, because they're kind of like
very different geographically and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're like completely on opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of like New York's like you just skate there, and LA you got to fucking get like maybe then year one it's like national release, and then we do that for a year, and then it's year two is international release. Question is, do we introduce the brand platform before we go international? So it's basically like we know that video works, we know that brand works in this country before we go international. Because the way this is happening now is it's like New York, LA, here's video stuff, and then here's national with all the video stuff, and then it's like here's the world, then it's the brand afterwards. The truth is probably that all of the like big brands are fucking around in the US. So we should just do everything in the US until it's like, okay, now France can get it. When do you think the video bit should come out? Like within the first year?
The promo film?
No, like video support. Because I feel like Q1, Q2 in New York is just like, here's the map thing, guys using it, how can we improve that? And then we probably need to do LA.
In the second year sometime. It's got to have that before it goes international.
You could probably roll it out after the national launch and be like, hey guys, it's not just mapping anymore, like now we document skateboarding. So maybe it's on year one is the video product. And then brand has to come as well, which is going to be year two. I feel like it has to really encourage like getting together.
Like, can you get a reward for coming together? It's like crews can accumulate things too. It's not just like personal, it's not just on an individual level. It's like when your crew checks in, your crew steps up.
And you can extend that further as well. It's not even like if everyone in your crew can perform the same trick, then your crew wins a badge. It's like, so everyone's always trying to do, and everyone's getting better. It's like, oh shit, we all have to like do this trick.
On an individual level and on a group level. And on a group level. It becomes, we've like created a team sport.
If we get this, if we can go to like 5 spots and do this trick, all of us, then Loke's going to give us a crew t-shirt.
Totally.
And then they fucking wear the crew t-shirt. Sure. Year 3, national release. I mean, that sounds about right. Like, Uber's probably operating for like 2 years before we even heard about it. So when do you think that we pull in like a spokesperson, like a pro? Is that for national? Probably. The hype video probably comes after we've launched the video product, right? So we can have 2 videos.
Yeah, so it's like the New York one's got the New York crew, and then in the global one, it's got one dude from the New York crew.
Yeah. It's like it's always refers back. And then when people watch it, like after 10 years, they're like, "Fuck, that was smart."
I know, it's like a continuous. We should make the video with the first crew.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the first video could basically be like mega lo-fi and actually uses footage that they filmed with.
Yeah.
And it's just like a day in the life. But we show like really candid, like live coverage of what they're doing and like the interactions between them. But like everything else is through their lens of this thing.
It could be lo-fi, but still high production value.
Totally.
Like we just bring a DOP on the like skate sessions.
Okay, so year 1 we launch hype video. And do you think year 4 is too long for an international release? I just don't know when to introduce the brand shit. Like whether the brand shit has to be in there before it goes international.
Brands can follow people instead of people following the brand.
Yeah.
So brands can see who's fucking hot.
They follow. Yeah, they're on the radar.
It's like this guy is like he's got like 1 million followers.
From a skater's perspective, it's like these brands checked you out today. It's kind of like LinkedIn, who's viewed your profile. Yeah. It's like, fuck, man, like these 3 brands looked at that trick. So you're kind of performing for the brand.
That's a premium account.
Yeah, it shows you pros and brands that are looking at your shit.
It shows you.
And your clout goes up as well. If like Girl Skateboards looks at your trick, then your score goes up. And it tells everyone, Girl just looked at Andre's. And everyone's like, fuck, man, shit. You're on the road.
That's right.
Oh, you're saying like being able to see all that demographic data on them as well.
Yeah, like
because the brand will be able to say, this skater, every time he skates, 20 people follow him. And then we read the data that when he moves from that spot to another spot, and 75% of people in the session go to that as well, then he's like a fucking leader.
I know.
Like he should be speaking for the brand. Brands can see like the social dynamics that are following this person. It is like riding this particular brand, not riding for them, or like rocks this shirt.
Yeah.
And then you can see that kids in his crew or kids coming to the sessions with him also start to do that. Yeah. Then you know that he's got massive influence.
Totally.
From like a brand level. Yeah.
And he's always rocking monster trucks.
Oh,
like monster trucks can like give you boys like 25% discount.
Like if you've reached a level of stature where people are starting to follow, we can cut them deals like commissions, right?
Yeah.
If people in your crew or people joining sessions with you start purchasing that stuff, they're taking 5% of that sale, which basically makes kids like want to rock shit.
And maybe it's not like monetary. Maybe it's like we create this currency.
Like he gets discounted shit for being a spokesperson,
and we get like a 3% commission on everything sold or something.
Exactly. But you could be like pretty average.
Yeah.
But as long as you're getting kids to buy shit, you can still fucking be getting shit for yourself.
Yeah.
Or you could be a videographer, you know, and you're getting shit for it.
It's like you don't.
So there's an advertising product, and then additional to that there's like a social dynamics or purchase analytics, which we then can sell to brands. So it's like they advertise, but they also use our stuff to find skaters and hone their marketing habits.
We can charge on so many different levels. We can charge like a commission on transactions. We can charge on letting brands see who's influencing. Like every trick you put out, like you put out a trick every day, you know, like people follow that shit. Like if you put out something once every 3 months, no one's gonna follow you, man.
That's why like all those rappers, they started like dropping like songs weekly instead of like working on albums and taking 2 years out, because it just gets forgotten. The practices of people who are really killing it, like they post minimum of 3 times a day on Instagram. That's how they build these likes, because they're just constantly there.
It's about showing who you are and
show like what girls you get, what shit you buy, what pants you like. Yeah.
Skateboarding lifestyle in the real time.
You allow crews to merchandise through the platform. Yeah. We make them the stuff. They can just sell it. Your crew can get a wheel. Yeah. It doesn't matter who makes it. We just fucking print it.
And it's like exclusive to your crew. No one else can have it.
Just your wheel.
So it's like every crew is like Supreme now.
But you know what you do? Like you offset that with they have to like reach particular achievements within the platform. They have to get to this level of recognition. They have to perform these level of tricks. Yeah. And then it's like, now you can get a wheel for your crew. What's your crew called? And then we send it to them. Okay, now you can get a wheel. No one's going to be like, I don't want the wheel. They're gonna like, we worked so hard to get here. Now I'm going to give you money for the wheel.
And it's like they could get their own printed board.
Yeah, we just white label shit, dude. We get like decks and wheels from China, and then we just like print their name on it. You just have to keep it exclusive enough. So when you see someone with it, you're like, fuck, they like put in hard time and effort. They performed everything they needed to. They got all the people in the right places. Because not everyone should be able to get it. The idea that I've been spouting for a long time is that you have like different levels. You know, you want to keep it exclusive. But the other thing is, man, like people will pay extra money for the Loke board because you can't get it. Like they might pay $200 for the deck. It's like, okay, now you've reached this level and you're going to be one of the 2% in LA who gets this shit. Like you're not going to fucking buy it.
Sorry guys, there's only 25 of these in the whole country for the whole year. You got to make the first layer easy. And then the second layer kind of easy, and then you know what I mean? Like there's got to be some strategy with the layers.
Exponentially harder. Then the gold Loke board is like Thrasher Skater of the Year.
Yeah.
Whoever has it, they're only the person who has it.
Yeah.
And it's like, when you see that person, you see their board, you're like, fuck.
It
can go beyond decks as well, man. Like to incentivize videography, you can say we give away like lenses for your phone and shit.
Yeah.
I've spent real money, or I've put in like lots of time and effort to get this user score that allows me to brag within this world, but I never get anything for it.
I feel like
the idea, like larger than that, bigger than skateboarding. Yeah, man. I don't even think it has to be free. I think they just like it's so special that they pay for it.
Yeah, exactly.